Hello everyone. In this video, we will look at some ways in which we can modify visuals or even create simple visuals in Microsoft Paint. In my opinion, MS Paint is a very powerful image editing tool that can produce some stunning visuals for simple uses. These visuals may not be print quality, but in your field of work, they can certainly be used to easily convey information to your reviewers, your SME, and your design team. So let us now look at the traditional Microsoft Paint software that we have on a Windows computer. In case you're using a Macintosh, you can refer to the additional resources page in this week's module, where I have listed 2 online alternatives to MS Paint. Alternatively, you can also research the internet for other such online tools. Now, I'm using a picture of a human digestive system that I found on the internet here. If I were to actually use this with written material for an academic publication, I would definitely give explicit instructions to the design team to change the colors in here a little bit and to maybe face the head the other way so as to avoid any copyright problems. Now, let us try to modify the image in some ways. A good practice to follow when you start such a process is to save the image by a new name so as to avoid overwriting the original image. So I now go to Save As and I put in a new name for the image here, maybe New Image, and press Save. You can zoom in and out of the canvas using the slider given at the right hand corner of the status bar. You can cut out parts of the image that are on the edges of the canvas by simply moving the canvas in, that is, resizing it. You can expand the canvas to accommodate more items in it by dragging its corners. Click on the Select option in the Home tab and click and drag your mouse anywhere on the image to select the area. You can cut, copy, and paste the whole image or part of the image to any other part of this canvas or to a new file altogether. To select the whole canvas, you can also press Ctrl A. If you make any mistakes, you can simply press Ctrl Z to go back. While placing various components in an image, you can also use grid lines and rulers in case you need to get an idea of the size of the image or the alignment of the components with respect to each other. So here, I'm going to replicate this image and ensure the 2 images are aligned to each other using grid lines. To delete any part of an image, you can either use the eraser, which would be for minute deletions, or simply select the area and press Delete on your keyboard. You can color different parts of an image. If you look at the color palette here, you will find that there are 2 colors available here, Color 1 and Color 2. Color 1 is for regular coloring, while Color 2 sets the color of your eraser and also the color that will be filled in the shapes you draw should you choose to do so. You can use different kinds of brushes for coloring or use the Fill with Color option to instantly fill an enclosed space with a particular color. You can choose a color from the color palette or if you need a particular color from the image itself, use the Color Picker tool. Just click on this tool and then click on any part of an image to select the color used in the image at that point. For example, here I have chosen this light cream color. Let us now use this color to fill the background of the image. In addition to the features discussed so far, you can also add shapes and text to your image. Let us now add some labels to this image. I will first place my image in the center of the canvas so as to give it ample space on both sides for labels. Let us now add some labels. I am going to select the text option, draw a text box on the canvas, adjust the font color, size, and style, and type in my text. Once the text is ready, I can even come out of the text box and then select and move my text. I will now draw a straight line from the text to the part that needs to be labeled and add a box around my label. Another significant feature in MS Paint is the ability to make transparent selections. This feature helps us select a part of an image without dragging its background along. Let us see how this works. Suppose I would like this label box to be inside the image or half in, half out. To do this, I will go to the arrow under the Select option here and select Transparent Selection. I will now select the label box and drag it inside the image. As I do this, you will see the image is not affected in any way, and the label now sits on top of the image color without its original white background. So, that was a short tutorial on how to use MS Paint to modify images. If you picture it and you practice it, you can create interesting visual aids using common tools present on your computer, such as the print screen option on your keyboard, Microsoft Office, and Microsoft Paint. Another useful tool that can come in handy in case you have a Windows computer is the snipping tool, which is a free Windows tool. It can be used to cut off any visible part of the screen and use it as an image, and can be very helpful at times. As I mentioned earlier, the additional resources page this week has links to 2 free online alternatives to MS Paint should you need them or be interested in exploring them. To learn more on today's topic, practice working with the software and don't be afraid to try new things with it. If you have any of your own experiences or bits of knowledge that you would like to share, please do so on this week's general discussion forum. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lesson.